Brought to you by Penguin.
The Great Economists, How Their Ideas Can Help Us Today, written and read by Linda Yueh. Introduction. Great Economists on Our Economic Challenges. During times of fundamental change, economic expertise is in demand. Who better to help shape our economic future than the great economists? Their thinking transformed the modern economy into one characterized by unprecedented prosperity, relatively speaking, in even the poorest countries. Those ideas from the past can help guide us as we confront today's economic challenges. Now is an ideal time to assess where the world economy is headed. Having come through the global financial crisis of 2008 and the Great Recession that followed it, the U.S., Britain, the European Union, Japan, China, and others are experiencing significant challenges to growing their economies and generating wealth. America, for long the leading economic engine of the world, faces the prospect of slowing growth as slow wage growth weighs on its future. In Britain, weak productivity growth and the historic referendum of June 2016 that resulted in a vote to leave the European Union will affect the country's economy for years to come. The EU, meanwhile, faces difficult questions about how to reform the euro area's economy to generate growth while sharing a single currency, the euro. Concerns over slow growth have long confronted Japan, which is at the forefront of a number of innovative economic policies to energize its sluggish economy. While China, too, faces structural challenges as it attempts to join the ranks of the world's rich countries. Emerging economies, such as those in Asia, Africa, Latin America, and Eastern Europe, are also in the spotlight. After years of strong growth, they are slowing down, which raises the question whether these nations will have enough economic momentum left to eradicate poverty within their borders. Yet, we also live during a time of rapid technological change, much like the previous industrial revolutions that raised our living standards. We'll also consider what drives innovation and how to increase economic growth. Who, then, were these great economists whose theories changed the world and whose ideas can help us with our challenges today? It was a difficult choice to make, applying the criterion that their work must have direct implications for our current economic problems helped a little, but there remain many not on my list who might arguably have been included. Hyman Minsky, for example, who is discussed in the Irving Fisher chapter because the pair's combined thinking helps us better to understand the nature of financial crises. And Paul Samuelson's ideas on the distributional impact of international trade builds on the work of David Ricardo, so his thinking provides considerable insight into how those who have lost out in the globalization process discussed in the epilogue might better manage their predicament. This leads on to my second qualifier, which is that my selections also reflect the issues that I have chosen to focus on. Choices had to be made, so I have whittled a huge list down to one that is centered on economic growth. That is, the rate and the quality of development. How economies grow will be affected by the policy choices taken after the worst banking crash in a century and in the context of a globalized world. The 2008 financial crisis and the rise of emerging markets are among the fundamental factors in the past few decades that have transformed and will continue to reshape the world economy. The crisis showed that some of the old ways of growing an economy are unsustainable, while the fast growth of a number of developing countries suggests that it's time to examine how they did that and what it means for big global challenges.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?